Hello, welcome to this episode of Coffee with Cornell. I'm your host, Cornell Wright. Grab a cup of coffee and join me. Hi, today let's talk about schedules and calendars. Schedules and calendars are something that's all around us. You may in fact have a cell phone, you may in fact have promotional calendar type of things. There may be all sorts of ways in which we have calendars in order to help keep track of our schedules. There was a point in time, maybe not that many years ago, that the only calendar you really needed was perhaps an annual calendar in which people jot down major events or major activities, or at one point in time, you go back further in history, calendars were just used to measure the seasons in order to know when to perhaps have the planting seasons, right? But now calendars are much more significant in our lives, and if I might add, the schedules associated with them, or more specifically, how calendars allow us to have and maintain our schedules. There were times ago which one of the benefits of being an executive is you had an executive assistant. Someone would actually keep track of your calendar and schedule for you. Those days for many of us are long gone, but now we have our cell phones, which serve as those same capabilities. The smartphones now are amazing in regards to their capability for reminding us. Some of you even have it on your watches, right? I haven't quite gotten there yet. Some of you do. But those functions are basically the same in order to keep track of what's going on in our lives so we can get from where we need to be to where we need to be for our next activity, event, to keep moving and moving forward. One of the long-standing and perhaps most significant examples of calendars and scheduling is that of the master production schedule used in manufacturing facilities. This is a calendar that is used by all departments in order to make sure everyone knows what's necessary and what's required in order to give a given manufacturing product out the door to be able to ship to customers. We also recognize that doctors and other professionals, attorneys and accountants have been using calendars for years in order to maintain. Why? Because they manage and they are billed on hourly basis. So as a result, calendars and schedules for them have always been very important. So you start looking at those two combination of things, and I would submit to you that you all have a master production schedule in your own home or in your life. I don't know about you, but my wife, she keeps a calendar in the bathroom, which is kind of like our master production schedule. So as you're getting a chance to get ready in the morning, we're paying attention to where we're going to be for those ideas, and those things are important. Who's making trips, meetings that we're going to be out of town, major social events, those types of things. So when you start looking at calendars and schedules, those help us to keep regulate our business and our lives. The combination of those calendars are important because what? In order to be able to move from one point to the other and in order to accomplish many things, it needs to be what? On a calendar. Calendars also can help you with scheduling what needs to be done and offers priority in regards to what's going on in your world. I had a friend a number of years ago who had 4 sons. She would put together on her calendar, which is right on the top of the table in the kitchen, the schedule for all 4 of her sons who were in fact playing baseball. So you think about that. You had 4 sons during the course of the summer playing baseball, 4 different locations because they were different age groups. Her calendar was completely filled throughout all the months of the summer. I would submit to you that many of you have a similar calendar or scheduling because whether you are your professional life, socialization, scheduling for health benefits to start working out, whether you're a caregiver, if you have children, if you are assisting with some other activities, your social or political engagements, all those are factors that need to be done. And without a calendar, I would submit that you wouldn't get nearly as much accomplished as you are today. On that same point, you will get more accomplished if your schedule is one that's identified and also one that you will be able to keep track of that will motivate you to get to the right place at the right time. Now, certainly now in the COVID world, we're not moving as frequently as we used to from location to location, but we still are engaged and involved with having numerous meetings during the course of the day, right? So that calendar and those schedules associated with the calendar helps you to get from point A to point B, if not physically, at least literally, in order to continue moving your life, both professionally and personally, moving it forward. So, one of the benefits of this activity of keeping a calendar is what? Be able to have control over your life. Sometimes we start thinking about things as being a little bit too crazy, things are moving too fast. I would submit when that happens to you, it might be because your calendar has gotten out of control. What's on your calendar? What are the items that are there? What needs to be and what shouldn't be? More specifically, are you allocating enough time to given activities in order to be able to complete them? Only you know that. So don't allow anyone to push you into something, my suggestion, that you can't do within a time frame that's appropriate for you. Also, we have to factor in sleep. Don't forget sleep as being part of that calendar, because that's certainly important for not only recovery, should be exercise, but also to help to manage your stress in your life. So, as you start looking at this whole combination of things, of a calendar, big blocks, down to schedule, the smaller increments of how your time is being allocated for a given period of time, keep that in mind as something you need to manage for your life, because managing your calendar will help you have a better opportunity of managing your life and being more successful, both personally and professionally. Join me next time on Coffee with Cornell. Submit any comments you may have at the bottom, and please subscribe. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining me on this conversation with Coffee with Cornell. I'd like to ask you to like the episode, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. And you take care until our next coffee break.